Thank you. No, please, don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Okay. It's Callaway Live. I, of course, am Harry Arnett because it says it right there on the screen. And, I can't wait for this show. So one of the things I love about Callaway Live is right before the show, we all get all boozed up and pile in here to listen to somebody that means a lot to us as a company. And the folks that have had some of the biggest impact on me personally are the business leaders we've had in here that we've gotten to meet, mainly because we give them free clubs. But sometimes it's not because of that. And we met our guest tonight, Jeremy Andrus, because we are both big supporters of the Dan Patrick Show. You guys remember Dan was on the show last year. Remember that, right? And we met the whole crew from Traeger Grills. And the more we started talking to them, the more we started to realize that how similar their business is to ours. They make grills, we make golf clubs. See how similar that is? But the more we started talking to Jeremy, he really is an innovator and a cultural leader and somebody that is very passionate about delivering incredible consumer experiences, and we also just happen to think he's a cool dude. So we thought, let's bring him up here, and then also tonight, we're going to grill him on all things about his business. See what I did there? Yeah. That was a really shitty joke, but I felt like it was appropriate. So please give it up to our buddy, Jeremy Andrus from Traeger Grills. Right here. What's up, you guys like that? We went. See it.
Wow.
So
you're gonna grill me.
I'm gonna grill you. I know that's probably the lamest joke that you've heard. Right over not over the coals, right over the wood chips. But you weren't always a grill guy. So this is what's fascinating to me. You started out. People know you from Skull Candy headphones.
Yeah.
And then into grills, because those two businesses have a lot to do with one another.
What part of them?
But yeah, but how'd you end up doing this thing?
You know, the reality is I wasn't a headphone guy before Skull Candy. And there are analogs across businesses that, and here's what I've come to appreciate from a consumer product perspective. When there's an industry that's tired and it's big, and there's been no innovation and no leadership from a product or a brand perspective, it's ready for disruption. And so we saw that in headphones. I mean, the headphone industry.
We've seen it in golf balls. Oh. See what I did there? Grown. Shameless commercial. Continue.
Anytime you need to get in. This is you. And we saw it in grilling as well. And interestingly, you know, when we acquired Traeger, no one had heard of this business that was 30 years old. And yet when you look at the grilling industry space, it was boring. Like the last major innovation was this thing called propane in the mid-70s.
Yeah.
Literally. And so they're fixing dials and making it look better, but the experience had never changed.
But but everybody has some experience. Either they're standing around waiting for somebody that knows what they're doing to hand them the food off the grill, guilty, or they know somebody that's really into what they do with the grill. So there's a passion there.
There's a passion. I mean,
look at these guys. Look at these guys.
They are.
Camera adds a few pounds, apparently. That's a man that lives the lifestyle.
He's the best. He is the best.
Lives the lifestyle.
Curtis is amazing. Look, here's.
They can't hear us if that's what you're wondering. I'm not stupid.
Nor can they ever watch it.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
You know, I looked at the space and I said, there's a disconnect. This is a boring space. It's full of companies that are like steel benders and welders, and yet food is the ultimate lifestyle. When you get together with friends and family and you share food, especially something that you've created yourself, you bond, you connect. And yet there was this little company up in the Pacific Northwest called Traeger since the mid-'80s. And I went up there and I started talking to Traeger owners, and they said the craziest things. They would say, I remember the first time I heard someone say, my Traeger changed my life. And I'm taking notes because we're looking at this business, and I looked at them and said, say that again? Your Traeger changed your life. There is passion around Traeger, and there's passion in food, and it really connects the two very, very nicely.
Well, it's like #Chad, who works here, who you met earlier, has a Traeger grill. He said it changed his life. He got the Traeger grill, then his wife got pregnant, which is weird. I'm sure that's how that happened.
Have they done a DNA test?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like she's from Dallas, so maybe the smoky smell's an aphrodisiac. I don't know.
It sounds like it's working in their marriage. I'm thrilled for them.
But he's a very digitally connected guy. So this is when, we were first learning about you, and he's telling me about the grill, and he pulls his phone out, and he's swiping right on all these recipes. I'm like, that is so weird. But he lives the lifestyle.
Where did you get this guy?
He lives the lifestyle.
He's amazing.
He lives the lifestyle. I mean, it is a lifestyle, and the thing that you said that was so resonated with me is, if you had asked me before I knew you guys, like, who makes your grill, I have no idea, mainly because my wife does all the cooking at home. But also, I don't know who makes my grill. It's just a commodity product. You guys recognize that, and your products are far from commodities.
You bet. It's in the world of consumer, being commoditized is the worst place to be. And so the race to the bottom is because you don't innovate your products, and you start to compete on price. And who wants to compete on price? You can't create an experience when you start stripping innovation out of product. And so we looked at it and said, what we need to do, we need to be premium. We need to fill this position of innovation that creates a better and better experience, because what our competitors are doing is they're taking pennies out of their product to make their margins work. So the average retail price of a grill in the U.S. is about $300. We're more like $900. And that's because we create an experience that allows someone to prioritize it in their discretionary spend much higher than they used to. They're using it more. They're not just using it Memorial Day through Labor Day. They're using it year-round.
So how did you guys spark that sense of innovation, or that spirit of innovation, a company that's been around for a little bit? I don't know what your product line looked like when you started, but I know that what you have now isn't what you started with.
It's changed a lot. There was this core solution around hardwood pellets and convection heat to flavor the food, and that was sacred. And we said, we're not going to touch that, because that's what is magical about this product. But there's all sorts of innovation around smoke science. How do you?
We know what that is out here in California.
It's very different.
Oh.
We smoke a lot in Utah too, but it's Traeger meats. You figure out what is the type of smoke that actually makes your food taste better, and it's this thin blue smoke. And then you've got this heavy, ashy, more bitter tasting. How do you ensure that the right smoke stays in the barrel and flavors your food? How do you make it?
That's what these guys are doing right there?
That's what happens in our product.
They're taking a break of some sort.
They left because you don't have to stand over the grill on a Traeger.
Oh, they're on the app.
They're playing around a golf, and they're controlling it from their phone. So what we did is we spent time with our consumers, and as opposed to no innovation process is built around asking a consumer, hey, what do you want? Because they don't know. And so, I think the best example that I've experienced recently is in a taxi cab industry. I was in China a couple weeks ago. I get in a car. It was an Uber-like service. I get in this thing. No currency changes hands. He picks me up, my team up on this random corner in Shanghai, takes us back to a hotel. He doesn't speak a word of English. We smile. We get out, and we're there. If you'd asked me 5 years ago in Shanghai if I had an issue with taxis, I would have said, no, they're fine. Someone said, hey, what more do you need? I would have said, I have no idea. So you ask someone who is using a gas grill, how's the experience? You say, it's fine. Like it's just fine. And so we spend time in habitat, and we watch our consumers. We observe their behavior.
In their natural habitats.
In their natural habitats. On the back deck.
Yeah.
And then we connect what we know is possible from a technology perspective with how we see them using the product. And none of these things do you see in the rearview mirror. They just won't tell you what they are. But I think great product innovation is leading a consumer to a solution that they didn't even know they had a problem with. And so that's what we did. We started investing in the product, and it really hadn't changed for decades. And we just asked really simple questions. How do we make food taste better? How do we make it more versatile so that I can cook everything on it and I can use it year-round? How do we make it easier to use? And this is the magic of Traeger, by the way. It's that a guy like myself, who was terrible on a grill and not allowed in the kitchen before, I get a Traeger, and suddenly my wife and we have 6 children, so this has been good for our marriage. I start cooking, and she's like, "My gosh, what happened to you?"
And now he has 8 children.
We're definitely done, and I don't want to get into the anatomy physiology, but we're done.
Right.
And it was, for someone who did everything herself, she sees me suddenly go from below average to really great with food.
I gotta.
There's something to that. You do. You do.
So are you the guy now? So at golf, ours is similar, except you ask I knew I want to hit it longer, so it's a little easier. But whenever we go to parties or whatever, and people will say, "Well, where do you do?" Like, "Oh, I work at Callaway Golf Company." "Oh, you're a golfer," and immediately it's this equipment, that equipment. Is this happen to you when you're out, and are you the grill guy when you walk into a party?
I'm the grill guy, but this is what's special about Traeger. Everybody who owns a Traeger is the grill guy. And it's sort of interesting to see from a brand perspective, we're still a small brand. And our unaided awareness in the U.S. is like 5%, so we're tiny. And yet, if you find a street with a cul-de-sac and a guy gets a Traeger, suddenly 100% of the people on that street have Traegers. And that's the power of evangelism. And so, yes, everyone who gets one believes they're pro. The grill makes them great, and they evangelize it. And there is no more authentic way to creating brand than to get your customers to evangelize. And for us, like the best metric for the strength of our brand is just tracking user-generated content. How often does someone take 10 hours to cook a brisket, and then take the time to upload the content? And that's the strength of a brand.
That's why you got to put #Chad on your website as one of your pros. 10 hours to cook it. It takes him about 14 seconds to eat it, and he films the whole thing. And as a matter of fact, we're going to put all that to the test out here, because Jeremy said, if we're going to do this, then let's do it up right, and we're going to go outside, and we're going to feed everyone in the studio audience today on the Traegers out there.
100%.
Does that sound good to you? All right.
That's good.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to come right back. We're going to be out there on the Traeger Grill patio cooking up some good food with Jeremy and the boys. That's good. Is that fun? That's awesome.
Okay, if you're making burgers or grilled chicken sandwiches, don't give me like the focaccia or the ciabatta or any of that nonsense.
Looking right at you, AJ.
Yeah, keep it simple. These are Martin's potato rolls from Pennsylvania. They're nice and soft.
From where?
Pennsylvania.
Oh,
is that where you're from?
The best state on the planet.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Something good
You're
did come out
welcome
of
for this.
Pennsylvania.
Yes.
So these are like what a burger bun should be. It's a little bit soft. It's a little bit squishy. Nice a potato roll. Other companies make them. They also do the Big Marty version, which is a little bit bigger. We might want to go for these today.
Big Marty version.
Yeah, a little bit larger. But like I said, the star of a burger or grilled chicken sandwich should be the burger or the grilled chicken. It should not be the bun. You don't need a statement bun. You just want something big enough to contain it. Statement buns.
I saw a bumper sticker.
Do you have statement buns?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You guys started it. You started it.
DB Straight Vibin', House from DC. That's Daniel Berger. I'm Joe House. We have done a deal today. I've got this offer for you. Now, I watch you on TV. I watch you all weekend long. I am a man of the meat. And so we're standing here with this beautiful Traeger grill. I have a proposal, and I think you're going to accept. I'd like to make you my world-famous smash burger, and then in exchange, I'd like you to come out and show me a little bit about the bullet and the bomb.
Absolutely, man. There's nothing I wouldn't rather trade than food for some golf lessons.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, House, let's see what you got.
You got a ball for me?
Yeah, here you go.
All right.
I like those plaid shorts.
Tee it high and let it fly, DB.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what I've heard.
Wow.
Did you get it on the tracer? How's the tracer? So you're famous for the bomb and the bullet.
Yes, sir.
Let's see a couple of those.
You want me to show you that?
Yeah, please.
All right, I can do that. All right, the bullet, it's the most important shot, the one that you go to under pressure. And the simple way to hit it, tee it just a little lower, put the ball just a little bit further back in your stance, so maybe 2 inches further to the left. and it's just the same normal swing. You may grip down just an inch or two, and it'll just bring that ball flight down. Like that, right
Looks
there.
like it's in the fairway. Now, here's what I'm impressed by. That mega ball right there didn't interfere with you.
Let me grab that ball so I can hit it next. And then the bomb, which I don't know if you have the ability to do, but I'll see if I can help you out. Same kind of concept, just gonna move the ball further to your right or more forward in your stance a couple inches, and all you do is kind of move your weight a little bit further back, and you're just trying to swing up on it and send the ball up into the air, and it'll add a bunch of distance to your carry. And those are the two shots that I like to go with.
I love that one, but I don't think I can hit that one.
All right, welcome back. I have my plate. I came prepared. Jeremy Andrus is here. We have Rory Taylor here as well. Now, I'm going to brag on Rory a little bit. Rory's like a +7 on the grill. So I think there are professional grillers. Are you a professional?
No, sir.
No,
I'm
he's an amateur.
Backyard enthusiest, but I am a +7 size.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It works out.
Yeah, Jeremy said something about that on the show. But, but Rory's going to be putting.
Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that raise?
Done. Yes.
Done. But they're going to be putting the grills, the Traegers, through the paces. And I'm going to be the guinea pig here, and by guinea pig means I'm going to eat myself sick right here on the show. But what do we have here? First of all, what's the grill? This thing looks amazing.
So first of all, this is one of our most significant innovations that we launched. This is called the Timberline Grill. And what is unique about this is not just that we've reinvented smoke science, and we talked about that, but we've patented technology that connects this grill to the cloud, to your smart device, to your handheld. And so it's called Wi-Fi. I can, I can turn my phone on, open up the app, open up and find a recipe. I'm looking for a beef recipe, for example. I pick a recipe, I can choose to follow it, or I can actually send it to the grill, say cook now, and it'll.
No way. Come on.
I didn't just make that up. No, this literally something that has multiple cook components. It will help you. It'll remind you to say, come out, turn the grill up. Or you can actually turn it up from your phone. You're on the golf course, you're doing a brisket, you're a 10-hour cook. Why stay at home and watch your grill? Get on your mountain bike, go to a soccer game, go to the golf course. You can do it all, and you can control it from your mobile
Rory,
device.
true?
It's amazing.
Very true.
Okay, so I could tell my wife when I go out to play golf, she says, what are you doing? I'm going out to cook dinner.
You can.
Okay, all right. I like it. I'm in.
I'm using that
And it has
Saturday.
wheels, I noticed on it. You can steal it right from your neighbor if he's got one.
Yeah.
But you need to hack in somehow.
That's the best price you'll find on
Yeah,
this thing.
exactly.
So let's take a look at what's inside. I stayed up all night cooking this. Will you look at that? So first of all, this is a convection cooking process. So it cooks the same on all levels. It is swirling the heat. It's convecting the heat around the meat and the vegetables. So you see, we've got multiple meals on here. We've got a brisket, we've got a spatchcock chicken, we've got ribs, salmon, veggies. There is nothing better. There's no better place to cook veggies than on a Traeger grill. So it's not just for meat. I mean, you do desserts, you bake, you do all sorts of things. What would you? This is a menu now. What would you like to eat?
I'm going to eat it all. What do you mean? What am I eating? This looks like lunch.
Should we start with? Starts with chicken.
Start with chicken.
Chicken. So the reason I'm going to start with chicken is that this is
Put that right on that plate there. Go ahead. Yeah, there we go.
This is the first thing that I cooked when I bought a Traeger, and we do this thing called the chicken challenge. Chicken is so easy to cook, but it's so hard to make it taste good. It's rubbery, it lacks flavor, it tastes like propane.
It's right there. Don't say that about it. Okay.
This one is going to be amazing.
Okay.
This is how easy it is. Literally, put some Traeger chicken rub on it.
Okay. We have a guy that works for us named Chicken Rub. True story.
Put it in the grill for 1 hour at 400 degrees. Done.
No knife. Oh, that's good.
Tell me that is not the best tasting chicken you have ever had, hands down.
That's good.
That is not bad. That's not good. That's great.
I have no words for that, but that's amazing.
You ready for
Now,
some?
why does that taste so good? Just the rub and the way it's cooked.
You know, we cooked it with all natural hardwood pellets. I think we used hickory on this cook.
We did, yep.
And so hickory's just got a very nice flavor. You can match the flavors of wood.
I'm just kidding. I just took a
You're not giving that up, are you?
No, that's staying right there.
You can pair flavors of wood with different things that you're cooking. And so if you're doing a brisket and you want a stronger flavor, you might use mesquite, for example. Great wood from Texas. We've got cherry, apple.
And you guys have all that right on your app or your phone or your website.
We do. We sell all of those flavors, and that is really what creates flavor in food.
So this is all the rubs you have here.
These
are
are
probably not all of them, but this is a good variety.
These
we
are
have as many hybrids as they have. True story.
Favorite one you just picked up, the coffee rub. Beef tenderloin. I love to do a reverse sear on it. I put a little bit of coffee rub.
It's childproof.
It is childproof.
Coffee rub, beef rub, a little bit of salt and pepper.
That's good.
It's
yeah.
amazing.
I don't think you're supposed to do that, but that's
you are. That's going to be a strong flavor. Let's move to brisket. You want to try a little brisket?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Because brisket's amazing. Now, brisket is one of the most intimidating cuts of meat to cook. Every brisket is different, and it takes 8, 10, 12 hours. So this has been on for 9 or 10 hours. We put some salt and some pepper, a little bit of coffee rub, a little bit of prime rib rub. Put it on the Traeger for about 3 hours on smoke. When it got to 165 degrees, we wrapped it, turned it up, and it's done now. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Could you eat that whole thing, Rory, if I gave you 2 pieces of white bread?
Clearly.
Oh.
So,
I can't wait.
by the way,
I get to answer that challenge. No
Rory
problem.
in 2017 cooked 279 tri-tips.
On purpose?
Absolutely.
Oh.
It's impressive, right?
It's like a tri-tip a day almost.
And every single one was amazing.
I don't have a knife.
Okay, all right, let's see.
I'm going to go.
Here, tell you what. Let me
Yeah,
help
just
you.
slice that up for me. Right
There we go. I don't have a fork.
Ow! Oh, I'm just kidding. No, you don't.
Work with me. Put your fork right there.
There we
Put
go.
your fork.
Oh,
Put
I
your
see.
fork.
There we go.
There we go. That's teamwork, right?
Oh, yeah, that is teamwork. Oh, that's good.
How is it?
That's good. Cut
That
some more of that for me. That's amazing.
That is flavor. A brisket is so hard to cook. When you put a Traeger in someone's hands and suddenly they can easily create the world's best brisket, it's life-changing.
That's so good. There you go. Oh my gosh. Keep talking.
You want to take a little time out to
I'm going to need a moment here.
to
a little privacy.
You can
I normally get this from briskethub.com where
you can see why this is working for #Chad. Right?
Oh my God. Chad, get up here. You got to try this. Let's pull him out of the audience. He wasn't expecting this.
This is legit. All right. Good call on the fresh fork.
Oh, you dressed up for the occasion, I see.
did, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Try that.
Well, I've already had about a pound of this
Okay.
before the show, but
Chad, do you do brisket?
I just did my first one about 3 weeks ago.
How did it turn out?
I could do better, but it was my first one.
All right. We'll
Not as
give it
good as this.
You never forget your first brisket.
No.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Isn't that good? Okay, get out of here.
I like it. All right, let's keep moving. Let's see. You got to try the salmon.
Oh yeah, let's do that up.
You can see that they've cooked the salmon. They've put it on butcher paper to keep it from sticking to the grill grates. Traeger is a Pacific Northwest brand. We spent 26 years headquartered up there, and there's a reason.
I've never actually had salmon on the grill.
The best salmon you have ever eaten.
Have you guys had salmon on the grill before? Is that a common thing? Oh, well, look at you.
Here.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay. Put that on there. Let's try that. Okay, so you put a rub on this as well?
Yeah. What rub did we use on the?
The chicken rub actually is what we used on it. And we also marinated
That's
it
crossing streams. You're not allowed to do that.
in gin.
Oh, that's good. Marinated in gin?
Yes, sir.
What?
Is that okay during the business day?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's really good.
Chicken rub on fish is unbelievable.
Holy cow.
It's my go-to.
Oh my God. I'm gonna go hand this to somebody. That's pretty good. It's my friend Randy over here. He's a big salmon guy. Big salmon guy. Try that. Try that.
Thank
up.
you.
Yeah. How's that?
How much much is that Traeger right now?
Yeah. Yeah, what's this retail for here?
This retails for $1,700. There's a larger version that retails for $2,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
Hey, are we ready to move on from the Sam? Oh, it's
Yeah.
gone. Okay,
Moving
we can move on.
He finished the whole thing.
One of the hallmarks of Traeger is that you can do anything on it. It's incredibly versatile. So when you tell someone you can bake cookies, bread, we've got a berry cobbler here.
Yeah, I'm ready.
This, when you can start to prepare an entire meal on the Traeger, that's when people start to use it more often.
Some of that cobbler on there. There you go, sir. Okay. This is the real test, because I am a cobbler aficionado.
Prove it.
That is some world-class cobbler. I wasn't even saying that to get applause out of you guys. I meant it.
You gonna share that with anyone? Or you gonna...
No, nobody gets any cobbler.
That's for you.
But that's so. What other kind of things can you make on the grill? Because I've never even heard of a grill where you can do all that kind of stuff.
279 tri-tip. You can do that. We also got pizza here as well. The cornbread you guys had today, that was also baked on the Traeger. The neat thing about Traeger is you can literally do a breakfast sandwich and do everything from the eggs to the bacon to the sausage and the biscuits all on one grill. So the versatility is what gets people excited.
I would love to have you try the veggies, but you can't eat asparagus after
I'll take
you just ate berry
your
cobbler.
word for it.
We'll call it done right there. Huh?
I'll take your word for it. Well, this is awesome. Thanks you guys for being here.
welcome.
Thanks for showing us through the ropes. I'm going to take that with me. Thanks, Will.
Thank you,
It's
sir.
awesome. Jeremy Andrus, Roy Taylor from Traeger Grills. Thanks for watching. You can see that we're all stuffed now, but we're going to feed the rest of the studio audience. Thanks for spending some time with us. We'll see you next time on Callaway Live.